Now I request Honorable Distinguished Professor, ISRO and former CEO and Managing Director of Brahmos Aerospace, Dr. A. Sivathanu Pillai, to address the gathering.
Honorable Minister for Information Technology and Biotechnology and Tourism, Sri Priyank Kharge, Chairman of IESCI, Sri Krishnamurthy, Honorable Dr. Saraswat, the member of Niti Aayog, distinguished dignitaries, industry captains, academicians, friends, and the friends from the startups. Good evening to all of you. I'm indeed delighted to be part of this great function, the award function, to recognize in some of the industries who have contributed in a big way in the electronics area. And I understand that not only the industry, they are giving award to the startup people also. So let me congratulate those people who are going to receive the awards. That doesn't mean that others will not come, they will come the years to come, and this is going to be a practice every year. Indian industries, as you all know, have come in a long way. Gone are the days when we were depending only on the PSUs for the defense and aerospace. Now today industries have grown up to the extent that they can do from the specification. They have come up to that. So it is a time that we support the industries, not only by giving award, to giving proper policies and all. We see today there is a big change in the government's policies. There is a very conducive environment for growth. The Prime Minister is taking a lot of effort to see that our industries grow. Because when we talk about economy, agriculture, manufacturing, and the services, they dominate in the economic development of any country. We have gone to growth rate, GDP growth rate of up to 9%. We went once, we were talking about India shining, so it dropped. Now again it is coming up. Now we have got 7% and we are moving up. You will see very soon, in another 2 to 3 years' time, this percentage goes up in a big way, because the symptoms are seen now. How the industries are growing in this country is definitely a great thing to happen. Moreover, the organizations which we are doing, like the defense, we were developing systems in the 80s, 90s, we started thinking of getting the orders and production. And real numbers, quantity is coming up now. Same thing with the space program. In the 80s, it was development of the PSLV and other vehicles. Today, the PSLV has got a dominant role in the whole world. The insurance premium of PSLV is only 2%. The whole world, it is less. In the area on space and all, 9%. So we have come to the bottom. So the world is asking, including the USA, we want to launch satellites in your launch vehicle. So you know the recent launches, we launched satellites from USA. Then many countries have come forward now. German satellites were there, Israelis, UK, all people are coming around ISRO. So that means we are having a situation where the world is looking at us. It is not only the contribution of our great scientists, but also the government policies are now helping to see that we grow. So this growth is obviously transmitted to the industries. It is not that we can produce, now we are producing maximum of 6 PSLV per year. So the chairman ISRO, Dr. Karan Kumar, has taken steps to see that we produce more PSLVs. So we are working now to how to motivate the industries to come forward to produce 18 to 24 PSLVs per year. You see the jump from 6 to 24 we are talking. Similarly, satellites. We are encouraging the industries to come forward and build satellites. We are now going around. Some of the industries have shown a lot of interest. We are trying to form consortium of industries so that they get the capability. It is not one industry can do, bring the consortium. So like this, when we move the work from the development, from the R&D institution to industry, industry grows. Not only industry grows, the country grows. The revenue comes up. So this is what is happening. This dynamism, you please see the dynamism. There is a quite big change. Same thing in defense. You see, the policies of defense ministry today and the DPP which was discussed in the panel, it obviously shows that we are now moving towards a larger participation by the industries. And that means it is not the PSUs only will get the orders, it is changing. The IGMTP program, which was started by Dr. Abdul Kalam, which started moving to the industries. So there was the only program first to say that we will have a limited series production and we will invest in the industries. But investment could be made at that time only to PSUs. But today, if a program has to do investment, it is not PSU. Who is capable of will get that. So that situation has totally changed. If you see the market today, I can tell you, space program, annual space program market, you will not believe this number, $250 billion overall market in the world. 60 to 65% is taken away by USA. Where they take it, you take the launch vehicle, that portion is less. It is less than 10 billion out of the 250 billion. You take satellites, it is again less, about 50 to 60 billion. But the major market is in services. Another big market is there in the ground equipment. You need equipment, you need terminals, you need all these stations to receive the data and process. So you see there's a big a portion of the space market of $250 billion is in the services and the ground equipment. Why not our industries take up? Why we should give all the thing to USA? So if you take 10% of that 25 billion is per year is your market. It's not a small market for space. So that we should take. So there is an opportunity from space. And if you look at the defense market, we talked today morning about $70 billion market. And now with the government policy of 30% offset, then any big program we start, the industries have to come in a big way for investment by the industries as well as to production. All these things are helping us for mobilizing the industrial force. This will of course increase the employment. Also it will help us to grow the GDP. So this is the change in the situation. We see the government policies, and particularly taking Karnataka and the Bangalore, I can definitely tell you Bangalore is now, earlier it was called Green Bangalore, earlier it was called Education City, now it is Electronic City. There may be Electronic City somewhere, but today if you see Electronics Hub is in Bangalore, and there is a lot of hope. And it is becoming almost borderless. Why I am saying borderless is, there are some industries when I visited the software industries, they say like this. What I have seen is, I see today a system developer from China working under a project leader from Korea, working with a software engineer from India, and a hardware architect of USA, and a communication expert from Germany. All are working together to solve a banking problem of Australia. This is what is happening today. And Bangalore is the leader of that. So you have got a situation today. Who are you? I belong to the whole world. That is what is Bangalore is growing to a borderless society. We don't have any language, we don't have any religion, nothing. We belong to a borderless society. That is the way we have come to. And and hats off to our industries who are doing well. But what I could suggest to the industries is, we have to be competitive. Don't try to earn money quickly. This is the mistake we are doing. We want to put money and get next day I want return. Don't think like that. Everything should be on a sustained planning basis. Competitor, who is the competitor? Competition depends on your excellence in the product with outstanding performance and quality. Secondly, it should be cost effective. Thirdly, it should be produced and delivered in time. What we miss is delivery in time. That should not be the case. So when you think of your product, you should look at all the things. So when you will be successful for a good product, when you go for innovative design. Manufacturing process should be it should be enable cost. It should be cost driven. And you should use leapfrog technologies. Continuous upgradation is essential for any product. You can't stand with one product. So production infrastructure should be there. Quality standards should be maintained. And overall, the life cycle management is very important. The value of the product and its quality come from design innovation and the process. So in the product life cycle, if you see, with specification, design, then manufacturing, then the product support, all these things, if you see, that design is the one which controls. Manufacturing comes next. So if you look at we have done some analysis about 100 products, the aerospace products, and we came to the conclusion that 50% of the value of the product comes from design. More than 40% comes from design for the quality. So you have to have design. Design means you have to have the knowledge. So when you are having 600 million youth, which we are proud of, the only country to have, if you keep all of them with skill set, think of our country's standard. So it's going to be the dominant force in the whole world. So that is what we should try to see, the skill set made to our youth so that they become good designers, owning the knowledge. So competence is powered by product leadership. Product leadership is powered by innovation and technology. That is powered by a good R&D and infrastructure. That is powered by the flow of funds to the infrastructure. That means you have to have a good customer backup. Customer will be with you if you make a quality product again. Quality product, not only in product, it should be volume. When you get volume, you get more revenue. This depends on your skilled manpower. Skilled manpower depends on your his satisfaction. The manpower, when you have employee, the employee should be satisfied to work with you. So then only you will get that. That means skilled employees are required to do that work. So when the employees will get satisfied and contribute, when there is a management innovation. Management innovation is powered by the creative leadership. So all of you should become creative leaders if you want your product to be successful. There is a link between product success and the leadership. That's what I would like to communicate to you. And you have got a very good future. I can definitely tell you the space market is excellent for India, and India is in flying now. Civil aviation, there's a big requirement coming up. Boeing, latest studies of Boeing shows they want to capture the market. That's why they have done the study. So it's a very good market for the aircraft. We should think of Aeronautical Society of India, which convened a meeting with Mr. Dr. Saraswat. They came to the conclusion that we must make space the plane, that is what you call aircraft, passenger aircraft in the country. So that's a requirement. Jets, we have executive jets easily you can make in this country. Then defense, I see not 70 billion, I see 150 billion, the word is coming up. Offset is going to give a big boost to you. So self-reliance is we are moving towards self-reliance. Present 35% is not sufficient. We have to move, and that is possible if the industries come up. I think you are doing well. That's why you are getting the award. But you must do better than what you are doing. Then definitely we can have ultimately military industry complex. What we need is military industry complex and space industry complex. Both we need today in this country. That is what we are trying to do. And this industry complex should help the government to meet the requirement for our defense forces, meet the requirement for our civilian space program, and meet the requirement for our exports. So, and this will also help for high technology corporations, joint ventures with big. So, the Bangalore is in an advantageous position because everybody is here. GE is here. GE is sitting in front of me. Airbus industries are here. All these big industries are coming to Bangalore. It's a hub of now knowledge. They want to take the knowledge away and do business there instead. We should do business here. That is what we want. And I will wish you all success in your program. And thank you very much.